Hi everyone, September is Realtor Safety Month. Normally I'd be out on the road, hopefully speaking to you in person. And this year, because of the pandemic, I didn't want to miss that opportunity of making sure we still talk about realtor safety. So I'm gonna give you 4 quick tips that you should be practicing when you're out and about, from the streets to the open house to the virtual showings. The first one is awareness. Adopt a detective mindset. My father was a New York City detective way before I was born, up until I was born. And then afterwards, he always kept his detective mindset. If you know anyone that has ever worked in law enforcement, you could probably guess 2 things that detectives always do. 1, they're always observing. They're observing and scanning for red flags. 2, they ask a lot of questions. So growing up with a father who's an ex-detective, not so fun, can't get away with much, but it's a really useful skill. And I got to see that when I graduated college and moved into my first apartment on my own. He was there on day 1 to make sure all of the exits and entrances were secure. He would check out the fire escapes and make sure the lighting worked in the hallways. I mean, everything you can imagine. That's how a detective mindset can work in your favor, right? So when you're working with clients, make sure that you're checking everything out, you're alert, you're aware, phones are away, and you're tapped into your intuition. That's the third thing that detectives are really handy at using, is their intuition. When something doesn't feel right, when they get a message or a vibe or sense that something is off, they don't just ignore it. They don't say, well, maybe I should just meet with this person anyway because it's a potential client. Nope. They're gonna check out that gut feeling, and just to be on the safe side. I've heard from tons of realtors who have done the opposite and knew something was off, knew there was a strange feeling in their gut about meeting somebody at a particular place, but they did it anyway and wound up in trouble. So I just want to remind you that your gut is there for a reason. It's a gift. Your intuition is a gift. In fact, that's why I always recommend having this book handy, The Gift of Fear, reading it at least once. Number 2 is boundaries, right? A, awareness, B is boundaries. And boundaries is really just thinking about your body in space. So when you're walking into a property for the first time or the 10th time, you're aware of your body in different spaces. You're aware of the entrances and exits and making sure that they're all secure, and you know where they all are. You know if people are coming in and out of those exits as well. Third tip, or C, is communication, and how to powerfully communicate boundaries when you need to. When you need to tell somebody to back up or give you space or don't go in that room or I'm calling 911, you want to say it in a powerful way. So 3 things need to be aligned, and those are your physiology, your tone, and your vocabulary. Physiology is your body language. Shoulders back, head held high, making direct eye contact with clients. Your tone is also very important, and when we get scared, we tend to go higher, but really what I want you to do is remember to drop that tone nice and low. Let people know you mean business. Back off. Get away from me. Do not touch me again. Right? Makes a big difference. And then last but not least, 4 is defense. And I can't say enough how much I beg you to go out there and take a self-defense class, or 2 or 3 or more. Not only does self-defense give you tactics and techniques, physical techniques to help you defend yourself, in which case I hope you never have to use those, but self-defense also empowers you. It gives you a feeling of confidence that you can take care of yourself. And when you're walking in to meet somebody for the first time, you're walking into a strange property for the first time, and you have that inner confidence, that inner empowerment, people know, and they can sense that you can take care of yourself. So again, I highly recommend that, as well as making sure that you have at least one or two devices on you that can also help you avoid potential problems. A personal alarm can help ward off predatory behavior and also help bystanders hear that you might be in trouble, but also I highly recommend a Saber pepper spray. The pepper spray will help keep an attacker at bay up to 10 feet away. All you need to do is practice how to use the safety latch, move it off to the side, spray attacker ear to ear, and again, keep them at distance. There's tons of other tips I have. I have usually give a 60-minute presentation on this, but if you have any questions, please let me know how I can help, what I can recommend, and absolutely go get yourself trained in some self-defense. I have a program called She Warrior Self-Defense if you're interested. Thank you so much and stay safe out there.